Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another planting with Jewelyn. This is the second one of the day for me, so if you haven't watched the previous planting with Jewelyn, go ahead and find it. I did a bunch of succulents in that video. In today's video, we are going to focus on cacti babies, and in particular epiphytic cactus. In the front here, I'm just going to jump right into it, is the status of my original mother plant of my cactus fern. There was an accident that happened to it at the beginning of the year. I don't want to talk about it, but it wasn't me, and I was able to save one and it rooted up. And then as you see here on the side, I have my replacement that I picked up in East Bay, and I took it out of the nursery planter because it's living in soil and I have it in a coco coir mixture. So what I'm gonna do is slowly but carefully, we're gonna just fill in the gaps, but I'm gonna have to take apart my mother plant and then kind of restyle it without ruining any of the plant babies. For me, this is a very rare plant, so I want to be very careful, and it's been with me for a while, and I'm gonna try to save the look of it because it is looking kind of crazy after what happened to it, but it's okay. Luckily I came across the plant again and I can kind of fix what happened. So this is a plant that I don't take from because of the rarity. So as you see, it's been loving the coco coir mixture. Try to see if I can have it. I know it's looking pretty rough and I got pricked. Let's make room. For Santa Monica, it is really warm, and I don't know if it's because I've been out here for over an hour, but I am hot. I'll make me a smoothie after this. So the next planting with Jewelyn I'm gonna do is focus on house. It's been a minute. Let's add some worm casting. My poor mother plant and my poor fingers, I keep getting pricked. Let's add a little. To this mixture. All right, let's start. Now, I know I could do a billion things to this. I could just chop it all up and propagate it and make more, but we're not gonna do that. Maybe in the future. I just hate to touch this plant. So we're just going to try to have the new replacement babies fill up the outside, and then I'm gonna see what the look looks like. I could definitely take one section to the Las Vegas collection, but for now I want to fill up this planter again, this coco coir basket. If I had more places to hang my plants, I would totally have more coco coir baskets because I love the look. To be it. See, that looks better already. And then let's just backfill. So I'm glad I came across the replacement plant in East Bay, and it could fit in my car and bring it back. But the cutting that I was able to save from my mother plant has been rooting for a couple of months in my greenhouse. So perfect timing. And where I have this hanging on the side of my patio, it gets trashed on from the pine tree, unfortunately. Okay, we're just gonna fill in a little bit more here. And I wish the plant babies luck in their new home. I think they're gonna do great. It looks great already. Just do that. Yay! What a glow up. So hopefully this inspires you. If your plant is looking a little sad, there's always room for improvement. Again, I could chop them and so they're all the same length and propagate it, but I just hate to touch the plant because of the rarity. So we're just gonna let it be. Like, and I'll water the collection before the sun goes down today. Feels so nice to be able to work with the plant babies, and I have a lot of plants that I purchased that is just waiting for me to do planting with Jewelyn videos. So this is it for now. I want to say you guys look pretty good. Pretty happy with the quick fix. I think that's good enough for now. What do you guys think? The glow up. Yeah, for now. There's a weird quirky vibe to it. We'll put this here on the side. I don't want to bang it. Let's see, can you perhaps maybe sit here on the chair? Yes. All right. Woo. So let's add more cocoa coir mixture. I'm gonna mix up a little bit more of my cocoa coir mixture, which is cocoa coir, pumice, orchid bark, worm casting. Looks like rain got to it. Trying to work quickly because my yard guy is going to continue chopping the bougainvillea. He brought his ladder, so he's going to get the top part of it. So once his chainsaw starts, then I won't be able to film. Water all of the plants this evening. Do like a chunky mix. Do the crocodile fern just because I do want to put it in a cocoa coir mixture, so I'll go and get it in the bathroom at the end. That'll be like the only non-cacti plant in today's video. So the next one I want to do is this. There were two separate planters. They look crazy, but the reason why I bought them is because I know they will eventually hopefully give me a bloom and I can dry them and put them into art. So I felt like I was rescuing them because they're not in the greatest condition, and you'll see the others that I rescued in a second. So I took it out of the soil that it was in yesterday with a bunch of other purchases I did. Coco coir mixture. Now this one, I'm probably gonna want to put it in a terracotta. I have a lot of planters on the ground, just kind of hanging out. I'm gonna see if I can make this work. So let's see. Let's start with that. And I had to look at the root condition because some of them were not that good. And these are from 2 planters, but they kind of look the same, but you'll never know until they bloom for you. So we're just gonna put them all together. But yeah, some rough looking parts of the plant, but I have hope in it that it'll bloom for me one of these days. Trying to look for the biggest section, and that'll go in the center. Okay, this is together. Let's take that out. So this is all together. So I'm gonna put this in the center. No, I hear him. If he starts his chainsaw up, we'll have to take a pause. And I'm not gonna be too like crazy if there's some soil on the roots. It's okay. Ideally, if I had another coco coir basket, I would want it in a coco coir basket, but I don't. I do have a small little plastic planter that I'll probably use for the other one because it's smaller than these, so they probably would fit in that smaller basket. But when I seen these, I was like, I'm going to rescue it because I see the potential of it possibly blooming one day. And there's tons of sections. If I wanted to take some for the Vegas collection, I could. But yeah, some of these are in rough condition, but it's okay. I see the potential. Okay, he's back from his lunch break. I'm sure he'll start the chainsaw up any second. We're kind of rushing here at this one. Okay, so I got pricked somehow in the previous video, and I feel it in my finger. Chainsaw in his hand. He's about to start. We may have to take a pause and come back out here when I hear him take a break. I didn't think he was gonna come back today to do more work, so I'm glad because that top part on the bougainvillea tree is full of blooms and it's overtaking the yard, or at least my sidewalk. All right, you see, I already like the glow up. I'm so glad I was able to rescue this plant. So 2 planters that I found, and I'm putting them together because they look pretty much like the same plant, but let's see what color blooms. And there goes the chainsaw. Okay, we'll take a pause while he continues the bougainvillea tree, and then we'll come out and do the last part of the planting. All right, so here we are, part 2. It is 7:15 p.m. and I took a couple hour break. I want to say maybe 4 hours, since I was filming the first half of this video and then the yard guy came, this whole patio was a crazy situation. I helped him and then I taught my 2 clients of the day. I actually thought I was gonna film this last half of the video tomorrow, but tomorrow I think he's gonna be back making noise again with his chainsaw, and I want to focus on planting with Jewelyn houseplants. So let's wrap up today's video as the sun is going down as my food cooks in the oven. Now I have these epiphytic cactus. Again, I bought them even though if they were really in rough condition. I feel like this is another rescue because of the potential of it blooming. As you can see, I have high hopes for them, and I want to see if I can get them to bloom for me. So let's figure out what setup am I going to put for him. Maybe a terracotta. I'm thinking I put everything away because I literally cleared this whole patio because of the trash from the tree. So let me see what I literally cleared the patio from filming, and everything was on the ground in like 10 minutes, and then he came in here with his high ladder. So I could either put them in here or here. I want to keep this in one and then keep this in a separate one. And these were actually in 2 planters, and I bought both of them, and they look like they're from the same plant. So let me get my cookie coir on the bottom. My finger still is struggling from being pricked. Let's see. I think they might look cute in these tall planters if I can make it work without getting pricked, because I see little pricks in them. I wanted to take Abby to the beach today, but maybe tomorrow before vending weekend, and then we're back in Vegas. But I definitely wanted to do these planting with Jewelyn videos before I go back to Vegas for a week, so that I can come back and kind of see the status on them, if they are happy or not. I can do some quick switching. Okay. You know what? I'm not mad at this. Take a look at how cute that is. I had different plants in there, but maybe for this one, because there's more sections, I'll put it in a thicker, wider planter. Put it in a wider planter since there's more sections. And these have very small, fine pricks, so we want to be very careful handling them. And ideally, the condition that they're in, they should just be in a nursery planter and go in the greenhouse. Like, they're not very attractive at all, but I feel like if I just put them in a terracotta setup and just have them live in the front of the house with the rest of the gang, it'll inspire them to grow and hopefully give me blooms. You never know. Again, these are all unidentified, and I never know if they're ever gonna bloom for me or not, but I'm hopeful. In fact, I have an opuntia that I've had for several years in the collection that finally decides to show a start of a bloom. So hopefully I'll be here in town in order to catch the bloom. Let's not get pricked again. And I think that looks good. Yeah, part of me was like, in fact my grandma just got off the phone with me. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna film the last half of the video tomorrow. I'm so tired, and I am. But I was like, you know what? Since my dinner's in the oven cooking, I can do this, and then I'll just edit for the rest of the night per usual. And then tomorrow I can just do planting with Jewelyn houseplants, which will be the next video you see on Monday. And then I can focus on my small business and gearing up for a busy vending weekend. And I'm coming straight back from Vegas and vending on 4 hours of sleep, so there will be no time to do any planting anytime soon. So I definitely wanted to take care of this. So yeah, you know what, it looks very sad honestly, but it's okay, you know, like it'll figure itself out, and I wanted to save it because I feel the potential of a bloom if it's under my care. But yeah, very rough looking cuttings, not very smart on the way how they propagated. They like butchered the mother plant. I would never, like, that is not a good way to propagate. Reminds me of my hybrid epiphyllum when I got it at a nursery a couple years ago. It got butchered and they were still selling it for full price, and I'm like, that's awful. If you're gonna propagate from a mother plant, take from the bottom. Don't ruin the look of the plant. So this is definitely a rescue, but it's just fun to think that maybe one day it'll give me a bloom. So the last plant is the only plant that's not a cactus, and it's my crocodile fern. And I took it out of the planter. It was living in soil, but I want to have it in a coco coir mixture. I like to have like my staghorn fern and such in coco coir, so I want to see. Ideally, I want it to grow in a hanging basket, and I know this is so big, but I feel like it can just be in this forever home and kind of take over, you know, like I have high hopes that one day it'll just overtake this plastic planter. So we'll just set you up now, and then I don't have to transplant you until maybe a couple of years. I think it looks so cute. So we'll just keep track of it. I know it looks tiny in here, but it's the only hanging basket I have, and it'll fill it up. Take a look at how cute that is. Cute. I think it's cute. So I guess with the patio like more lit because of what happened today with the yard guy, so now I feel like I have a little bit more light this time of day now that we cut back the tree a little bit more. So I'm glad I came back out here several hours later from filming the start of this video to finish up the last few plant babies, so that tomorrow we can wake up and do planting with Jewelyn house plants, and you'll see that in the next Monday video. My finger still hurts from the prick. I hope you guys enjoy seeing the glow up of my cactus fern. And I actually have the cactus fern along with, I'm trying to think, I have another hanging plant, and they're just hanging on my window while I'm home, and then when I'm not home they'll just come and sit on the table so that it won't get trashed from the tree, because unfortunately every single planter in my patio, inside and outside of the patio in the front, it just gets trashed from the tree, unfortunately. But it looks so nice, so we'll see how the cactus fern likes living in the front of the house, because I know this likes a little shade. And then we have these epiphytic cactus. I have no idea, you know, the struggle is real. I mean, this one here was in 2 planters. Combine them together, they look pretty rough, but the way how I styled it, I mean, it looks better already. This was also 2 planters put together in one. They look like the same, came from the same mother plant, and I like the way how I styled it in this tall planter. And then this was all in one planter. Again, the most roughest looking rooted cuttings ever. Not nice, but I have high hopes. And we have my crocodile fern in coco coir mixture in a hanging basket. So that is going to wrap up today's video. Sound off in the comments, what do you think about my epiphytic cactus? Have you ever done that where you bought a plant because you are hoping that it'll bloom on you? And I felt like I needed to save it. So here we are, and they look so great. I will find places in either the patio or in the front of the studio, and I'm looking forward to see how the crocodile fern does in this setup. Before I wrap up today's video, as the sun goes down, we are finally wrapping up this video. The last few hours from the first time I started this video till now. It's been a lot of work. Let's see, today's Planting with Jewelyn plant friend shout out is going to part-time volunteer, posted up a month ago saying here, you look so fresh and lovely just like your plants. Thank you so much. I try my best, but you guys see my schedule is very back-to-back, and if I need to film, we're gonna film. So here we are, tired and all, wrapping up today's Planting with Jewelyn. I hope this inspires you to add a little more green in your space. And if you're interested in any of my handmade goods, from my grandma aprons, the face mask, DM me on Instagram, or any of my resin art, small or big, and I can ship anywhere around the world. Or you can come to one of my pop-ups if you live driving distance. And it's always nice to meet you guys in person. It feels so good to be able to have more air and light in the space with the tree, like cut back a little, and being able to hang out with you guys on the main channel doing what I love doing, plants. So I will see you guys very soon, because we're gonna film next Planting with Jewelyn houseplants tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the styling of those houseplants goes, and then I can start rearranging the plants. But that's gonna wrap up today's video. I will see you soon. Hope you guys enjoyed another Planting with Jewelyn on the main channel, and if you aren't subscribed to the vlog channel, subscribe for daily vlogging. You get to see the behind the scenes of the main channel, and you get to see my everyday life between 2 states and my solo travels, which you will very soon see me do Travel with Jewelyn Tanzania. I'm so excited, and I don't know if there's any kind of plant life happening, but we'll see. And until then, we'll pick up with houseplants next. I will see you soon. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California, and the new cacti babies. Bye guys.